Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the second lesson. So this is algebra 1. Okay. So if we look at the learning objectives in this lesson, you can see uh, first one is simplify algebraic expressions. And the second one is expanding brackets. Third one is solve the equations in which the unknown appears on both sides. That means uh, in both sides of the equation the unknowns are there. Expanding brackets, and simplifying algebraic expressions also you know. Okay, before going to the lesson, if we look at the basic principles, so first one we use is algebra uses letters. Often x is stand for numbers. Okay, so we use x for something we don't know. Okay, we always use x for something we don't know but we want to find. And the second point, algebraic expressions can be treated in the same way as number expressions. We can treat x plus 4 equals 3 same as 2 plus 4 equals 6. Okay, so we can treat the algebraic expression similar to number expressions. And x plus 3 means add 3 to the unknown number. So this is the unknown number. The meaning of all this expression is, all the expression is add 3 to the unknown number. Okay, and this one 3x means 3 times the unknown number. That means x plus 3 x, and x squared means square the unknown number. The difference between these two is this means x times x, and this means 3 x's added together. Okay. Okay. Then we have an example. First activity. So they are telling us a description. Okay. Think of a number. Let's say that's they have taken it as x here. I will take it as y. Think of a number. Add 7. Add 7. Then double the answer. So the answer will be doubled. No? So we have to double all these two terms. Okay. Then subtract 10. Subtract 10. Then they are saying half the result. This whole thing we have to half. And then subtract the original number. Subtract the original number. Algebra can show you why the answer is always 2. Subtract the original number. Okay, so we can simplify this. We can simplify these two by dividing by 2. Then we simply get y plus 7 minus 5. Inside the bracket, we get this, and outside we get minus 1. So you see, these two are cancelling out, and we are left with 2. So without even knowing the answer of y, so without even knowing the value of y, we can say that the answer is 2 because y's are cancelling out. So that's why they are saying always we get y, even though y is a completely different value for two instances, always the answer of this expression will be 2. Okay. Okay. In this activity 2, you can see another example is there. They are saying investigate the results when you substitute various values, positive or negative, for x in both of these expressions. What is your conclusion? Which expression would you rather use? Okay. Uh, yeah, when we see something like this, you can see this is using this is easy, but using this is not that easy because we have to do uh, more operations here. So let's take the let's take some value like 1. So first we get 1 plus 6 times 1, 1 squared, 6 times 1 plus 5, and 1 plus 5. So our answer would be uh, 7 plus 5 is 12, 12 over 6 or 2. So with this we get 2. It's that easy. So we just have to add 1 to the value we thought that x is. And yeah, so they are asking what is your conclusion, which expression would you rather use. So this is easier. This, no, not this one is easier. Okay, so if we look at this, we can simplify this furthermore. Okay, we can simplify this furthermore, and it will give the same expression as this. Okay, if we simplify this, it will give the same expression as x plus 1. Okay, that's why they are asking which expression would you rather use, because this one is easier. We don't have to do much to get the answer, and if we simplify this larger one, we will get the same thing. Okay, and in example 1, they are asking us to simplify. So when we are given the task to simplify, first thing we can do is look for like terms. Okay, so when we simplify, we first thing we do is write the like terms together. Okay, so this is AB, this is BA, same thing, no? AB equals BA. Whether it's AB or BA, it doesn't matter, it's the same thing. So these are like terms, so we can simplify these two now. You know that 3x minus 4x, what is the answer? So it will give us minus x. Okay, same thing here. If I tell you, mm, let's think that this is a flower, x is a flower. There are three flowers. So I want to take 4 flowers. I want to take 4 flowers from this. Okay, but I only have 3, but I want to take 4. So I can take all of these, and still I have to take 1. So that's the meaning of minus. So that's why we get minus x here. And if we think of this using numbers, 3 minus 4, you can see that plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is in plus 3. We have minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 in minus 4. So when we cancel these things out, plus 1 and minus 1 will be cancelled out. Again plus 1 and minus 1 will be cancelled out. Again plus 1 and minus 1 will be cancelled out. So we are remaining with minus 1. So that way also we can think of the answer. So similar to that, we get here minus AB. So, and this is the answer they have given, but we can think of another simplification. We can take the common factor A out, so then we get 1 minus B inside the bracket. Okay. Okay, in the second one, we have to simplify. So first thing is write the like terms together. So these are like terms. Yeah, these two are like terms. So we can write those two together. And these ones also like terms. So I'll write those like terms together. Then you will see. And also other like terms due p squared plus 5p squared. So these are same, okay? PQ, that's same. And p squared also same. So 3 minus 2 is 1. So we have 1 p cube. And here 2 plus 7, 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 p squares. So we can lose this one. P cube or 1 p cube, same thing. P cube plus 7 p squared. Also, as in the previous one, we have a common factor here, p squared. We can take that out. P plus 7 is inside the bracket. Okay. Now this is simplified. Before going to the exercise, we have some key points here. You can only add or subtract like terms. See, we can only add or subtract like terms. We can't add apples and oranges, right? We can't add apples and oranges. We can only add or subtract if they are the same. We can add 3 oranges and 2 oranges. But we can't add 3 oranges and 5 apples. Like that. We can only add or subtract like terms. So like terms meaning if we are adding p cube, then the adding term also should be p cubes. We cannot add p cubes and p squares. So then the second point, 3ab plus 2ab equals 5ab. But the terms in 3ab plus b cannot be added. See, this is ab's, this is just b's. So these are two different terms. They can't be added. Okay. And here 3a squared plus 2a squared equals 5a squared. But the term 3a squared and 2a cannot be added to it. See, here this is a square, this is a. So these are two different terms. So they can't be added. And also you can check your simplifications by substituting numbers here. That's also true. If we are given equation, let's say something like something like this. Now I can see that these two cancels out. Then I simply get the 2x plus 2 equals 6. So we can check our uh, simplification is correct or not by substituting one value to the unsimplified version and check whether we get the same value in the simplified version. Okay, so that we can use with whether to know our simplification is correct or not. Okay, I will do some of the questions from the exercise also. So this one, 12th one. First thing, you have to bring the like terms together. So I identify these two are like terms, and again these two are like terms. So first step, I write those two things together. So these two we can add. 2 plus 3, 5. So 5x squared y uh, minus xy squared minus y squared x. So these two minus 1 and minus 2. So this should be minus 3 xy squared. And again I can think of another simplification because we have common factors. Xy is common for both terms. Then we take xy out. 5y minus 5x minus 3y is inside the bracket. This is the simplified version. And also I will do the 10th one. So like terms we have to bring together. These two are like terms. Others are not like terms. So 4gh minus 2gh minus 5jk plus 5. Okay, 2gh. Now these two other things we can't simplify anymore. So this is the most simplified version. Okay, and again in the seventh one, I'll do the seventh one also. So we can take the like terms together. All these three are like terms. So 6 minus 12 is minus 6. 2. So this is the answer. And you can see in exercise 1 star also similar thing is there. Um, I'll do this 11th one. So it's not that hard. You can see these two are like terms, and this is also like this are not similar, no? Not like terms. Oh no, these two are also not like terms. A squared should be there. Here we get a squared, b cubed, c. So these two are like terms, and These two are like times 2. Okay, so then we can write zero point 0.7 a squared b cube c minus zero point 0.2 no sorry this one and this one zero point 0.3 plus zero point 0.3 cb cube a squared minus zero point 0.4 b squared a cube c minus zero point 0.2 a cube c b squared plus zero point 0.3. Okay, so by looking at these two, we can take a common factor out. So we get a squared b cube c zero point 0.7 plus zero point 0.3. And by looking at these two also, we can take minus b squared a cube c out. Then we get zero point 0.4 plus zero point 0.2 inside the bracket. And again, we are left with the last term 0 0.3. Okay, so simplifying the brackets, we can get this is 1, right? So we get a squared b cube c times 1, doesn't matter, we don't have to write 1. And these two we get 0.6 b squared a cube c plus 0.3. So this is our final answer. Okay, and then we have another example. Now the thing is simplifying the algebraic expressions with brackets. So now in the example we have brackets. So that's the different thing now. So in the first example, they are telling us to simplify 4r times 5t. Okay, the only thing we can do is, that's just a multiplication. Okay, so there's not much simplification we can do. So here 4r times 5t, so we can only simplify these two because these two are numbers. We can write 4 times 5 is 20, and we can't do anything to these two, so they are just here. So this is the simplified answer. And in the fourth example, they are saying us to simplify this. So first thing, we can expand this 3b times 3b times 3b. So like terms we can take and multiply 3 times 3 times 3. So that's 27. And again, these two are like, these three are like terms. So b cube. So this is the answer. And here we have some key points to take. The multiplication sign is often not included between letters. So 3ab means 3 times a times b. So you have to know that if we see something like this 3ab, it means we have multiplication in between these three numbers. So when multiplying, add like powers. So you see a squared times a to the power 5. A squared times a to the power 5. So now our base is similar. Base is same a. So now we have to add these two. Base is same. So Same base comes here. Add those two powers. Then it's e to the power 7. And also, this only works when the sign is multiplication. And also, we have b times b to the power 4. So bases are same. Same base comes here. 1 plus 4 is 5. Okay. So similar to before, I will do some examples. Uh, okay. Okay, so I'll do the ninth one. So this is all of these are multiplication. So that's really easy. So 2 times 3 times 2 times x squared times x. Okay, these three we can simplify. 2 times 3 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12. These three also we can simplify x cubed. It's the answer. And if I take this fifth one, you can see we can only simplify these two numbers 6 ps. Here we can't do nothing. We can do nothing. Okay, a square b square. That's the answer. Here you can do this square term. We can expand that 2a times 2a times 5a. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 is 2 times 2 4. 4 times 5 20. 20. And we have a times a times a. So a cube. So this is the answer. And when it comes to this one, I'll do the 10th question. So here we can expand 2ab times 2ab times 5a squared b to the power 4 times 2a squared b 5 times 3a squared b. So we have to add same base powers. Okay, this is also all these all are multiplied, so we have to add same base powers. So b times b is b to the power 2, b to the power 2 times sorry, b to the power 2 times b to the power 4 is b to the power 6. And a is a times a is a to the power 2, a times a to the power 2 times a to the power 2 is a to the power 4. And then the numbers 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 5 is 20. And here also the similar thing, b5 times b6, b to the power 6. A squared times a square, a to the power 4. And then the numbers 2 times 3 6. Now you can see these are like terms. Now we can simplify. 20 minus 6 is 14, a to the power 4, b to the power 6. What is the answer? Okay. Then here comes another part. This is expanding brackets. Expanding brackets. Let's look at the first example. Example 5. simplify 2 times 3 plus x. So we can think of this as a rectangle, and we have to find the area of it. So this would be the area. So the width is 2, the length is 3 plus x. So if we want to find the area, we know that we have to multiply these two, width and length. So we can divide the problems into two parts. So first we find the area of this this rectangle, and then we find the area of this rectangle. Okay, so if we want to find the area of this rectangle, we multiply 2 times 3. And then if we want to find the area of this rectangle, we multiply 2 times x. So that's what happened here. So 2 times 3 plus x is there. So we have to individually multiply these two and add. So 2 times 3 plus 2 times x. Then 6 plus 2x. That is the answer. Okay, then before going to the exercise, we have some key points. Multiply each term inside the bracket by the terms outside the bracket, that we know. The multiplication sign is usually left out. Okay, so we write something like this. The meaning of this is 3 times x plus y. Be very careful with negative signs outside the bracket. So we have to multiply this whole thing with each element inside the bracket. You cannot neglect the minus sign. So see, minus 2 times 8, minus 2 times minus 3. And then if something like this happens, minus minus, it becomes plus. Multiply, minus minus multiply, it becomes plus. And then when multiplying, the number 1 is usually left out. So 1 times x, we usually just write x. Okay, that's same. No? Okay, then I'll do this 10th one. So you can see we have to expand the bracket. 1 times 1.1 times a plus 3.3. I got that from 1.1 times 3, that's 3.3, and again minus 5 times 3, here we have plus minus 5 times minus 2a. Okay, now we get 1.1a plus 3.3. Here we get minus 15 plus a. Then we can simplify the like terms. These two are like terms. 2.1a plus 18.3. Okay, that's a simplification. I'll do this one. If we expand the bracket, 3 times t minus 3 times 4 minus 6. So we get 3t minus 12 minus 6. So 3t minus 18 is the answer. I think that's simple. And I'll do the 10th one. So 0.3x times 0.2x plus 0.3x times minus y plus minus 4y x plus minus 4y 0.3 3y plus 0.5x y minus 0.5x square. Okay, these two, multiplying the numbers, I get 0.3 times zero point 0.2 is 0.06 x square plus, no, sorry, minus 0.3 xy. Here also minus 4xy. Here, I get is minus 1.2 y square plus 0.5 xy minus 0.5 x square. Then these two, minus 0.44 minus 0.44 x square, and these two, these three, that's minus 4.2 xy, and the remaining part 1.2 y square. That's the simplified version. Similar to that, I think other exercises are easier, so you can do it yourself, and you can use online calculators that are available like Symbolab to check your answers. Okay, the next topic is solving equations. So what is the meaning of solving? So solving means if we have any unknown like x, y, z or something in the equation, find the values for these unknowns. That's the meaning of solving. So let's take this first equation. So you can see it has x. So solving means find the value for x. So we can do it like this: x plus 3 equals 12. So that's given. So if we want to find the value for x, we have to isolate it in the left hand side. So we have to get rid of this 3. So to do that, what we can do is subtract 3 from both sides. If we do the same operation to both sides, it won't affect the equation because we can always cancel those two. So you see, if we can cancel those two, then it haven't changed the equation. So now we did the same thing to the both sides, and now these two things cancel out. So now we are left with x in the left hand side, these two in the right hand side. So the answer is x equals 9. Similar here, you can see here we have x minus 3. So to get rid of this minus 3, we have to do is add plus 3 to both sides. Then these two cancels out. We have x equals 50. Like that, we can find the values. So you can see x equals 15. That's the answer here. And this one also, 3 minus x equals 12. So now here it's easier if we take this x to the right hand side and this 12 to the left hand side. Okay, then the x term will become positive, 12 term will become negative. let's see how can we do that. 3 minus x. So we have to get this x to the other side now. And then we can add plus x to both sides. 12 plus x. Okay. Now these two cancels out. And we have to get rid of this 12 also. To do that, we have to subtract 12 from both sides. Okay. Now these two cancels out. We are left with 3 minus 12 equals x. So now we get the answer as x equals minus 9. Okay. Similar to that, this one also you can find. So the thing here is the x term is multiplied with 3. So to get rid of this 3, we have to divide both sides by 3. So then we get the answer as x equals 3. Here, this x term is divided by 3. To get rid of that, we have to multiply by 3. The opposite operation of dividing. So we get x equals 36. Okay. In the 11th example, you can see the x term is in the denominator. So what we can first do is we can take the reciprocal of both sides. If we do some operation to both sides, it will not change the equation. So if I get the reciprocal of both terms, it will become something like this. So the x is divided by 3. So to get rid of this division 3, we have to multiply by 3. So these two cancels out. I did the same thing to the right hand side also. So now I get x equals 3 over 12. These two I can cancel out. Then it's equal to 1 over 4. Okay. So that's the answer. Okay. Now when we come to the key points, they are telling us we have to remember these things when we solve the equations. So the first thing is you have to do the same thing to both sides. I kept telling that point in the previous examples, and also always check your answer. Okay, so we can check our answer. We got an answer here. So put that answer to the side which has x and check whether it is better if we check with the original equation, not a intermediary step. So this is the original equation. So put the x value for x value we got in the last step here. Substitute the x value and check whether we get the value that is in the other side. Okay, that way we can always make sure we got the correct answer. Okay, so I'll do some of the questions. So eighth one. So x minus 3.8 equals 9.7. So we have to get rid of this minus 3.8. So I add 3.88 to both sides. So now these two cancels out. X equals uh, 0.5 and 13. Okay. Here also, if I do the ninth one, I have to get rid of this 7 in the denominator. So I multiply by 7 both sides. These two cancels out. X equals 3.8 times 7. So 6, 26.6. Okay. Like that, similarly, you can do other exercise also. And I'll do this one, no, this one, fourth one also. So you get You have to get rid of this 12.7. So to get rid of that, I have to multiply both sides by 12.7. So these two cancels out. So now I can get the answer. 12.7 multiplied by 45.7. That's 580.39. Okay. So in the example 12, you can see there in the previous examples we only had to do one thing, but now we have to do two things to get the value for x. Always we have to determine what is the first thing to do. First thing to do is if something is added or subtracted to x value, so to get rid of that is the first thing. So I add 5 to both sides. That's the first thing. So these two cancels out. Now I have 3x equals 12. So then the second thing we have to do is divide both sides by 3. Now we get the answer x equals 4. Okay. And in the example 13, now also we have to do two things. But we have to identify what is the first thing to do. So you can see here we have a bracket, no? We have a bracket. So to get rid of the other things and isolate x, the first thing to do now is get rid of this 4 because it's affecting x and this 3 that is added to x. So the first thing is getting rid of this 4. So to do that, I have to divide both sides by 4. So now I get x plus 3 equals 20 divided by 4 is 5. So that's x equals 2. And if you look at this, you can identify that the first thing here also is to get rid of this 2. So to do that, I divide both sides by 2. Okay. And now I get, okay, so there's two ways to do that. If you divide it by 2, it's also fine. Then I get 9 divided by 2. So that the answer is, so to get rid of this plus 3, I have to subtract 3 from both sides. 2 minus 3. So x equals 4.5 minus 3. So that's 1.5. That's equals to 3 over 2. Okay, so that way also we can get the answer. So there's another way we can expand the bracket. So multiply both the inside terms by 2. So then we get 2x plus 6 equals 9. So now 2x equals 3. That way also we get the same answer. So I'll do this one. So the first thing to do is getting rid of this 2. So I divide both sides by 2. Now I left with this. So I'll add 3x to both sides and subtract 3 from both sides. Okay, so now I'll be left with this. So the answer for x equals 1. Okay, and I'll also do the ninth one. So the first thing to do is getting rid of the 17. So I divide by 70 both sides. So now I get 2 equals 2 minus x. So I take this minus x to the other side. So then I will get, I add both sides x. These two cancels out. I get x plus 2 equals 2. So now I have to subtract 2 from both sides. So now I get x equals 0. So that's the value for x. Similarly, you can try all these questions. In the first one also, I'll do this one also. So you can see that there's also two things to do. But now what is the first thing to do? Getting rid of this minus 3. Okay. So I add 3 to both sides. So now I get 5x equals 20. X equals 4. Okay. I hope you got the idea. Okay. Now the next thing is equations with x on both sides. Okay, now in the previous examples, all the examples we had the x in only one side. Now we have x in both sides. So uh, in this example also you can see 7x is in the right hand side, 3x is in the left hand side. So if we try to solve this thing, so it's better if we can keep the x term in the side that has the longest term. So here we have 7x, here we have 3x. So getting rid of 3x would be better. So I subtract both 3x from both sides. These two cancels out. 7x minus 3x. And also now if we want to isolate x in the left hand side, we have to get rid of this minus 3. So I add plus 3 to both sides. So now these two cancels out. 4x equals 8. So now x equals 2. So that's the answer. And in the 16th example, you can see 5x plus 6 is equal to 3 times inside bracket 10 minus x. So we have to solve 5x plus 6 equals 3 times 10 minus x. So let's first expand this bracket. So it's better to keep x in left hand side. So I add 3x to both sides. And then I have here 8x plus 6 and 30. These two cancelled out. And to get rid of this 6, I have to subtract 6 from both sides. 6. Then I will get 8x minus, sorry, these two cancels out, equals 24. So divided by 8, then x equals 3. That's the answer. So I'll do the 10th one. Here we have the largest x term in the left hand side, so it's better to keep largest positive x term. Okay. So in the left hand side, it's better to keep x in the left hand side. So I subtract minus 6, I subtract 6x from both sides. These two cancels out. And 2x plus 9 equals 8. Okay. So I subtract 8 from, no, sorry. So we have 9 here. To get rid of this 9, I subtract 9 from both sides. Okay. Then these two cancels out. 2x equals minus 1. So then again we have to get rid of this 2. Do that, I divide both sides by 2. So x equals minus 1 over 2. Okay. And then I'll do the fifth one. So we have the largest positive term of x in the left hand side. So I keep it here. So I have to add 3x to both sides to get this term to the left hand side. Okay, these two cancels out. I have 18x minus 4 equals 10. So now I add plus 4 to both sides. So then these two cancels out. 18x equals 14. So now we can find the value of x. 14 over 18. So that can be written as 7 over 9. Okay. So in the next topic, we have negative signs outside brackets. So you can see in the example 17, we have two parts connected with the minus sign. So let's find the value of x. First thing we can do is getting rid of these brackets. So now we can multiply both the terms by 2. So we get 6x plus 2. Then think of this minus sign as minus 1. So from that also we have to multiply both terms. Then we get minus 2x plus 5. And now we can take the like terms together. Then we get 4x plus 7 equals 15. Then subtract 7 from both sides. 4x equals 8. X equals 2. And key point is, so if you see something like this minus sign in front of the bracket, you can think of that as minus 1. That's the takeaway point. Okay. From that also you have some exercises. Do these exercises yourself. And this one, if I do the 10th one, first thing, getting rid of these brackets. So multiply both the terms with 5. So I get 15x minus 10 minus 18 minus 36x minus 7 equals 0. So then I get minus 21 x minus 35 equals 0. Then I can get rid of this minus 21x, so I add plus 21x to both sides. Then I get minus 35 equals 21x, so I can divide both sides by 21. These two cancels out. X equals minus 35 over 21. So I can cancel, we can divide both the things by 7. Then I get 5, 3. Minus 5 over 3. Okay, then I'll do the 10th one also. So getting rid of the brackets is the first thing. 28 plus 12x minus 30 plus 35x plus 1 equals 8 plus 32x. Minus 2 plus 47x plus 1 equals 8 plus 32x. Then 15x equals 9. Then x equals 9 over 15. So then I get the value as 3 over 5. Okay. So I think you got the idea. Then in the next part, problems lead into equations. Okay. Let the unknown quantity be x. Write down the facts in the form of an equation and then solve it. So in the example 18, the sum of three consecutive numbers is 290. What are the numbers? So three consecutive numbers means like 6, 7 and 8. Or otherwise 1, 2 and 3. Okay. So if we get the first number as x, so the second number we can write x plus 1. So the third number we can write x plus 2. So that's equal to 290. Then without this bracket we can add all the x's, 3 x's and plus 3 equals 290. Getting rid of this 3, then 3x equals 216. X equals 72. Okay. And in example 19, you can see find the value of x and the perimeter of this isosceles triangle. Perimeter. So I have to add all these three. So then I get 4x plus 2 plus 7x minus 4 plus 3x. So this is the value of perimeter. So I can get the value 4 plus 7 plus 3 is 14x. 2 minus 4 is minus 2. And here they have given an equation. Using this we can find the value. So to get rid of this 4x, I subtract both sides by 4x. Then I get these two cancels out. I add for both sides. Then I get 2 plus 4, 7x minus 4x. Then 3x equals 6, x equals 2. So now we can subtract the x value. 14 times 2 minus 2. So 28 minus 2 is 26. So like that, I think you got the idea. So I'll do the second one. Find x and the size of each angle in this triangle. Find x and the size of each angle in this triangle. Okay, so one thing we know, the interior angles of a triangle should be equal to 180. 6x plus 20 plus 4x plus 80 minus 2x. So that's 180. 8x plus 100. So then 8x equals 80, x equals 10. Okay. Find the x and the size of each triangle. Okay. So now this value is uh, x is 10. No? Here we have 6 means 60. Then this is 80. And this is 60. This is 40. So we get 180. That's correct. And then I'll do the sixth one. A cup of tea costs 10 cents less than a cup of coffee, while a cup of hot chocolate costs 20 cents more than cup of coffee. 3 cups of coffee, 5 cups of tea, 2 cups of hot chocolate cost 8.9. Okay, cost of coffee is taken as X. Uh, Couple of hot chocolates. Cup of hot chocolates costs 20 cents more than cup of coffee. X plus 20. And cost of tea lesser than a cup of coffee. So, okay. Now they have given, we have taken 3 cups of coffee, 5 cups of tea, and 2 cups of hot chocolate. So 5 times x minus 10 plus 3 times x plus 2 times x plus 20 equals 8.1. 5x plus 3x plus 2x minus 50 plus 40. Okay. So this is equal to 8.9. So then I get x minus 1 equals 0.89. This is x equals 1.8. So that's the value. Freddy the frog is climbing up a wall. Every day he climbs up 3 meters, but some nights he falls asleep and slips back 4 meters. At the start of the 16th, he has climbed a total of 29 meters. On how many nights was he asleep? So I will take that number of nights that he fell asleep is equal to x. So the total distance that he climbed is 29. So in x nights he fall 4 meters. So I have to subtract 4 times x from 16 minus x times 3. So this should be the equation. So let's solve this. 48 minus 3x 4x equals 29. Then it would be mm, 7x equals 19. So x equals 19 over 7. Mm, but some nights he falls asleep 4 meters at the start of the 16th day. At the start of the, so this should be 15. So mm, this should be 45. 45 minus 29. Then 15 minus 9 is 6. Yeah. Then 16 over 7. So you can get the answer. 16 over 7. So you have to divide 16 by 7. So that's 2.28. So approximately, if we take nights, uh, I think this answer is not correct. Every day he climbs up 3 meters, but some nights he falls asleep and fall back 4 meters. At the start of the 16th day. Mhm. 15 minus 9 is 16. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think this answer is correct. As I see, this equation is correct. Early he climbs up 3 meters, but some nights. Sorry. This is not correct. Every night he climbs. So not only the nights that he did not sleep, he climbs up every day. So that's 15. The start of the 16 then. So he has climbed up 16. So 15. So climbed up 3 meters in 16 days and minus x times 4 equals 29. This is the correct. So if 45 minus 29 equals 4x. Minus 29 is 15 minus 9 is 6. Yeah, now it's correct. X equals 16 divided by 4. That's 4. I'll do another example. So in the third one, they're saying a father is 3 times old as old as his son. In 14 years' time, he will be twice as old as his son. How old is the father now? So first thing we can write. We can take the son's hmm, age of the son as x. So then the father is three times as old as his son. So father's age we can take as 3 times x. Uh, in 14 years time, he will be twice as old as his son. So in 14 years means we have to add 14 to x. And 13, 3 times x plus 14 would be twice of this. Okay, now we can uh, expand this brackets. Okay, now subtract 2x from both sides and subtract 14 minus 14 from both sides. Then we get 14 here and x here. So x equals 14. So that's the sun's age before 14 years of time. So sun's age was 14. So then that at that time father's age was 14 times. I need to write it again. 3 times 14. So that's 242. Okay, I think with that you got some idea. Mm, you can do the complete the exercise yourself, and here also you got some revision exercises. All the things we have learned so far together. Try that exercise also, and you can use some online tools to check your answers, like symbol, and also this type of equations you can get the answer from the calculator also. In calculator you can use the solve option or calc option, like that you can get the answer. Okay, so thank you for watching my videos. uh, Please share this with your friends also, and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.